Hi everyone, we're going to start off with Chapter 1, Introduction to Principles of Leadership and Management. Today's objectives are to understand the definitions of leadership and management, explore the differences and overlaps between these roles, learn the importance of the POLC framework, discuss key skills required for effective leadership and management, and evaluate performance metrics in organizations. The fundamental notion of principles of management was developed by French management theorist Henri Fayol. He is credited with the original Planning, Organizing, Leading, Controlling Framework, POLC, which, while undergoing very important changes in content, remains the dominant management framework in the world. Understanding this framework helps students see how managers balance multiple responsibilities to achieve organizational success. By applying these principles to personal or professional experiences, students can better appreciate the importance of effective management in any setting. Can you think of an example from your life, perhaps at work, in a club, or doing a group project, where you've seen the POLC framework in action? How did each step contribute to the overall success or failure of the task? There are different types of planning. Strategic planning involves analyzing competitive opportunities and threats, as well as the strengths and weaknesses of the organization, and then determining how to position the organization to compete effectively in its environment. Strategic planning has a long time frame, often 3 years or more. Strategic planning generally includes the entire organization and includes the formulation of objectives. Strategic planning is often based on the organization's mission, which is its fundamental reason for existence. In organizations, top management most often conducts strategic planning. Tactical planning is intermediate range, 1 to 3 years, planning that is designed to develop relatively concrete and specific means to implement the strategic plan. Middle-level managers often engage in tactical planning. Operational planning generally assumes the existence of organization-wide or subunit goals and objectives and specifies ways to achieve them. Operational planning is short range, less than a year, planning that is designed to develop specific action steps that support the strategic and tactical plans. Think about a time when you had to plan ahead, maybe organizing a group project or planning a family event. What steps did you take to ensure everything went smoothly? Organizing is the function of management that involves developing an organizational structure and allocating human resources to ensure the accomplishment of objectives. The structure of the organization is the framework within which effort is coordinated. The structure is usually represented by an organization chart, which provides a graphic representation of the chain of command within an organization. Decisions made about the structure of an organization are generally referred to as organizational design decisions. Recently, many organizations have attempted to strike a balance between the need for worker specialization and the need for workers to have jobs that entail variety and autonomy. Many jobs are now designed based on such principles as empowerment, job enrichment, and teamwork. Personality research and studies of job attitudes provide important information as to how managers can most effectively lead subordinates. For example, this research tells us that to become effective at leading, managers must first understand their subordinates' personalities, values, attitudes, and emotions. Controlling consists of 3 steps, which include 1. Establishing performance standards, 2. Comparing actual performance against these standards, and 3. Taking corrective action when necessary. Performance standards are often stated in monetary terms such as revenue, costs, or profits, but may also be stated in other terms such as units produced, number of defective products, or levels of quality or customer service. This function of management concerns the manager's role in taking necessary actions to ensure that the work-related activities of subordinates are consistent with and contribute toward the accomplishment of organizational and departmental objectives. The triple bottom line approach is a sustainability framework that emphasizes the importance of balancing 3 critical dimensions of performance. These are economic, social, and environmental. These three components are often referred to as people, planet, and profit. With regard to social and environmental performance, it is similarly useful to think of them as forms of profit, social and environmental profit to be exact. Increasingly, the topics of social and environmental performance have garnered their own courses in school curricula. In the business world, they are collectively referred to as corporate social responsibility, or CSR. Increasingly, evidence is mounting that attention to a triple bottom line is more than being responsible, but instead just good business. An economic example is a company like Patagonia maintaining profitability by producing high-quality, durable outdoor gear, which justifies premium pricing and builds customer loyalty. Customers play a big role in economic profits. Profits accrue to firms because customers are willing to pay a certain price for a product or service, as opposed to a competitor's product or service of a higher or lower price. A social example is how Patagonia invests heavily in its employees by providing benefits like on-site childcare and fair wages. It also engages in community outreach by funding environmental activism and supporting grassroots organizations. An environmental example is how Patagonia is a leader in environmental sustainability, using recycled materials in its products, offering repair services to extend product life, and committing 1% of its sales to environmental causes. The company's Worn Wear initiative encourages customers to repair or reuse old items instead of buying new ones. Why organizations need to balance this? Long-term viability. Balancing economic, social, and environmental performance ensures the organization can sustain itself financially while being responsible to society and the planet. For example, Patagonia's sustainable practices have solidified its brand reputation, driving long-term customer loyalty and profitability. Stakeholder expectations. Consumers, investors, and employees increasingly expect organizations to operate ethically and sustainably. Companies that fail to address these dimensions risk reputational damage or losing market share. Regulatory compliance. Governments are introducing stricter environmental and social regulations. Companies balancing TBL are better prepared to comply with these laws and avoid fines. And competitive advantage. Organizations that adopt the TBL approach often gain a competitive advantage by aligning their operations with global sustainability trends, which resonate with socially concerning consumers. Goodwill example. So Goodwill was founded in 1902 in Boston, Massachusetts, with the mission of providing a hand up rather than a handout. Their core mission is to respect the dignity of individuals by eliminating barriers to opportunity through work. The impact is employment opportunities. In 2008, 172,000 individuals gained employment, earning $2.3 billion in wages. Revenue allocation. 84% of revenue supports programs like job placement, skills training, and career services. And global presence, over 2,300 retail stores worldwide. Diversity and inclusion. The workforce of employees have diverse backgrounds. Programs, they have life skills, job placement assistance, and work skill development. Culture, they address stereotyping and discrimination as organizational norms. Innovation and sustainability. They do technology training. There's sustainable initiatives such as the green programs and digital present. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. They have a decentralized structure. There's regional independence, and their core values are maintained across diverse regions. And the triple bottom line, or TBL, that we just talked about. People, employment opportunities and career development. Planet, there's green initiative and sustainability programs. And profit, reinvesting revenue into community-focused programs. The following figure summarizes the historic and contemporary views of organizations with respect to managerial roles. So the changing roles of management and managers. Empowerment is the process of enabling or authorizing an individual to think, behave, take action, and control work and decision-making in autonomous ways. In both the traditional and contemporary views of management, however, there remains the need for different types of managers. Top managers are responsible for developing the organization's strategy and being a steward of its vision and mission. A second set of managers includes functional, team, and general managers. Functional managers are responsible for the efficiency and effectiveness of an area, such as in accounting or marketing. Supervisory or team managers are responsible for coordinating a subgroup of a particular function or a team composed of members from different parts of the organization. A line manager leads a function that contributes directly to the products or services the organization creates. A general manager is someone who is responsible for managing a clearly identifiable revenue-producing unit, such as a store, business unit, or product line. General managers typically must make decisions across different functions and have rewards tied to the performance of the entire unit, i.e. the store, the business unit, or the product line. Understanding managerial roles and responsibilities. So if you take a look at this, this goes over the managerial functions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. It talks about Mintzberg's managerial roles. Managers take on 10 roles that are classified into 3 groups: interpersonal, informational, and decisional. And there are some practical takeaways listed here. Leadership and management defined. The key difference: leadership shapes what the future looks like. Management ensures how to get there. So leadership is the ability to inspire and influence individuals toward achieving goals. Management is the process of planning, organizing, leading, and controlling resources to meet objectives. Vision and influence, what leadership does. It sets a long-term vision, it inspires and motivates teams, and it leads through change and innovation. An example of this can be found with Nelson Mandela. He had a vision of a united South Africa free from apartheid. Influence, he inspired millions through his belief in equality and reconciliation. And outcome, he unified a divided country by fostering hope and collaboration. Key differences between leadership and management. We live in a world where good management requires good leaders and leadership. For example, P&G recruits and promotes those individuals who demonstrate success through influence rather than direct or coercive authority. Internally, there's been a change from managers being outspoken and needing to direct their staff to being individuals who electrify and inspire those around them. Good leaders and leadership at P&G used to imply having followers, whereas in today's society, good leadership means followership and bringing out the best in your peers. This is one of the key reasons that P&G has been consistently ranked among the top 10 most admired companies in the U.S. And this is according to CNN Many in 2008. Views on managers versus leaders. So this is just some quotes, but you can see my definition of a leader is a man who can persuade people to do what they don't want to do or do what they're too lazy to do and like it. And that was from Harry S. Truman. You cannot manage men into battles. And you cannot manage men into battle. You manage things. You lead people. And that's by Grace Hopper. Managers have subordinates. Leaders have followers. Chester Bernard, former executive and author of Functions of the Executive. Leadership is critical for guiding organizations toward new opportunities, while management ensures that daily operations run smoothly. Examples of this can be seen in Apple's innovation under Steve Jobs' leadership and the structured supply chain management that supports its product launches, or management. Key skills for leaders and managers. Robert Katz identifies 3 critical skill sets for successful leaders: technical skills, interpersonal or human skills, and conceptual skills. Leaders must possess certain technical skills that assist them in optimizing managerial performance. Technical skill is defined as a learned capacity in just about any given field of work, study, or even play. For example, the quarterback of a football team must know how to plant his feet and how to position his arm for accuracy and distance, both technical skills. Conceptual skills revolve around generating ideas through creative intuitions and a comprehensive understanding of a given context. Conceptual skills represent one of the 3 skill sets identified by Robert Katz as critical to a leader's success in an organization. While each skill set is useful in different circumstances, conceptual skills tend to be most relevant in upper-level thinking and broad strategic situations, as opposed to lower level and line management. As a result, conceptual skills are often viewed as critical success factors of leadership. Leading people represents a central component of human skills. Interpersonal skills differentiate a manager from a leader. A manager is simply manipulating resources to achieve a given objective, while a leader appeals to the human side of employees to generate creativity and motivation. Leadership styles. There's autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire. Autocratic, for example, are military leaders like General Patton. Democratic is leaders like Google's Sundar Pichai. And laissez-faire, which can be found with Warren Buffett, allowing managers to make decisions for Berkshire Hathaway subsidiaries. Common challenges in leadership and management. Some challenges, for example, could be adapting to technological advancements, such as AI now being seen in most industries, or managing remote teams post-pandemic, and fostering inclusive workplaces to handle generational and cultural diversity. Entrepreneurship, recognizing and solving big problems. So entrepreneurship is identifying opportunities and using resources to create innovative solutions. There's key traits listed here of entrepreneurs. An example of this can be found in Google. Google anticipates user needs, setting new standards in the tech industry. And entrepreneurship, employees innovating within an organization to create or expand opportunities. Synchronizing leadership, entrepreneurship, and strategy. Leadership answers who drives the organization forward. Entrepreneurship identifies what the organization's purpose and opportunities are. Strategy determines how to implement plans and exploit opportunities effectively. Key traits for success today: adaptability, resilience, and the ability to pivot during crisis, like the global pandemic with COVID. And key takeaways: leadership, entrepreneurship, and strategy are interlinked pillars that drive successful management and enable organizations to thrive in dynamic environments. Leadership, Howard Schultz's vision. Customer experience through innovation. Third place concept. Schultz envisioned Starbucks as more than a coffee shop. He wanted it to be a third place between home and work. He focused on creating personalized customer experiences through menu options, customizable drinks, and customer service. And ambiance. He introduced a warm, inviting store with designs for comfortable seating and free Wi-Fi. Ethical and social leadership. He focused on ethical sourcing of coffee and promoting fair trade practices. Committed to corporate social responsibility by investing in local communities and sustainable practices. And management execution. Operational practices. Operational excellence. Standardized store layouts and processes for efficiency. Developed comprehensive barista training programs to ensure consistency in customer service and product quality. Scalable growth strategy. They expanded Starbucks globally while maintaining quality and consistency. They introduced a centralized supply chain system to meet demand at scale. And technological innovation. They had early adoption of digital platforms for mobile ordering and payments, enhancing operational efficiency and customer convenience. And the alignment of leadership vision and management execution. Schultz's visionary leadership focused on creating a unique customer experience while aligning operational practices to deliver that vision. An example of this, the introduction of Starbucks Rewards integrated Schultz's customer-centric vision with the company's robust technology and operational systems. This synergy ensured Starbucks maintained its reputation for quality, efficiency, and innovation. And a key takeaway is Starbucks thrived under Howard Schultz's leadership by seamlessly blending visionary innovation with solid management practices, creating a globally recognized brand that continues to redefine customer experience and operational efficiency. Individual and group contributions. The key focus areas, these are concerned with organization-level outcomes such as economic, social, and environmental performance, and individual innovation and adaptability. Success depends on individual and group performance. For an organization to succeed, both individual contributions and team dynamics must align with overarching goals. Individual level performance. So core job responsibilities are linked to productivity and quality standards. Extra role performance. or organizational citizenship behaviors. These are discretionary actions that add value but aren't formally rewarded. An example of this can be found in helping behaviors like assisting your coworker, or sportsmanship, or civic virtue. Group level performance. This is the performance of a group that includes both outcomes and processes such as sales, product quality, or team efficiency. Key concepts include process loss, challenges that reduce team effectiveness, so for example, miscommunication, and team versus group. A team is a cohesive, small group focused on a joint goal. Teams require cooperation and complementary skills with accountability. A purpose of the team is to achieve goals that exceed individual efforts, and they foster collaboration and leverage diverse skills. Leadership and management incorporate individual performance, in-roles and organizational citizenship behaviors, and group performance. Group performance is enhanced when individual goals align with group objectives. Teams are a type of group that achieves greater results through cohesion and collaboration. Leaders must balance individual contributions and team dynamics to drive organizational success. These are just examples of what you could discuss in relation to leadership versus management. Leadership is more important than management. Management is more critical than leadership. Think about those comments and what your response would be to those. Think of examples such as during a company crisis, which is a leadership focus, or versus scaling operations during a period of rapid growth, a management focus. A key insight: recognize these styles can improve personal learning strategies and teaching methods. So there's different learning styles such as active and reflective learners, sensing and intuitive learners, visual and verbal learners, and sequential and global learners. What's your learning style? You're going to take this quiz and learn what learning style you have. And in summary, leadership and management are distinct but complementary roles. The POLC framework is a practical guide for management, and effective organizations balance economic, social, and environmental. SMART goals. We are going to go over this in more detail, but SMART goals are goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely.